Okay, so more progress here. So I wanted to go over some more of the stuff that I was doing just in this one section. Um, I'll play where I started from, just the original sketch, and then what I did with it. So this is the original thing. It's just piano, right? So the first thing I did in the other video is a ton of bass takes. So I did 4 bass takes, 4 performances, just playing along to the piano part. I didn't use a click track or anything like that. I just played to the recording, and then I sent each one of those to different synthesizer patches and different things like that. And then I get 8 bass sounds. So it sounds like sounds like a lot of basses, right? So here's what you end up with. It sounds real big. Still sounds fake, but not as bad. And I've used the East West, like Berlin strings and stuff like that, and they switched to a cloud model where you don't ever own anything, and I'm just not doing that. I just refuse. So I'm just gonna use hardware, and anything else I can do, I'm just gonna record it like you'd record anything with a microphone. So I'm not doing any clouds, no clouds. So here's that. So now with the piano and that, you get a nice spread. I haven't done any processing yet. I've done a little bit of reverb. That's about it. So the next thing I did was I put some harps in here. And they're not really harps. I mean, one of them is, but the other two are some kind of synthesizer patch harp, sound that sounded cool. And I said, okay, that'll sound cool. And I did the same thing. I did, I don't know how many. Where is it? Oh, I only did one. I only did one harp, so I cheated on that one. I only did one harp take, and I just took it and sent it to different harp sounds. So one of the sounds sounds like this. I'll turn it on. That helps. Turn it up. It sounds very like toy boxy kind of a sound. I don't know. It sounds cool though. So I've got that layered in. I've got the second one that's probably more like a harp. No, it sounds a lot like the other one actually. It sounds cool. And then the next one is definitely a harp for sure. Yeah, that one sounds like a harp. It has some kind of a delay on it. So if you throw that into the mix, throw it back in. Hang on. So it's subtle. It sounds really good though. And then the last thing I did was, well, I put some just concert bass drum recordings in here, like a big. You you probably won't even be able to hear it on a phone. It's just a big, just bonk. And then I have, what else do I have? No. I put a real drum, a sample drum, kick, just a kick and a crash, which sounds like every metal record from the last 10 years. All right, let's see. So I started doing strings, and I ended up with an insane amount of strings because I did strings. I did just violin 1 and 2. I didn't do viola, and I didn't do cello, not yet. I'm still trying to decide because it took a long time to do this, but it does sound good. It's just it takes a long time to do this kind of thing. So I did 4 violin takes, thinking I could have 8 violin sounds, and then I did 3 violin 2 takes, thinking I could have 6. So that ends up with all these orange ones are violin. So however many that is, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 violins. And I treated them separately like violin 1 and 2. So sometimes they're playing off each other. Sometimes they're supporting each other. Sometimes they're doing the same thing an octave away or in thirds or sixths or whatever makes sense as far as supporting the harmony. And then this section, they're just playing them in octaves. So, violin 1, violin 2. So the thing I haven't decided yet is, do I take the piano completely out except for this one little sound? I think that's probably what I'm going to do because everything else is covered. There's no real reason to do it. So I'm trying to decide, and then I'm also trying to decide if I need more strings. So here's what you end up with. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. This orchestral monstrous thing I've just created just on one sketch, this little sketch right here, and I did everything else with that. So I have another section of this that's going to be pretty cool. It has sleigh bells in it that I'm trying to decide what to do with. I haven't even put any guitar on it yet, which is weird, I guess, being that I play guitar most of the time. Where is that part? So this part here, I just said big. So the piano's just playing like A minor and A minor 6. So A minor 7, A minor 6 kind of a thing. And I have these sleigh bells. And I think one of them's a tambourine. So I'll probably put a guitar solo here. I have the harps playing support. The harps are just playing the same chords, but they're with the cool sound the harp uses. So it's a cool sound. I've even thought about just putting an actual drum sound on here and having it just have a guy grooving, but it just sounds a little fake. So I haven't decided. So this sound like this. I haven't decided. So anyway, that's the progress on this one. 72 tracks for okay-ish sounding violins and then basses and a million takes. So yeah, there you go.